Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm Rukak, this is Jam Day Warehouse, and today I want to talk about Magic 30. Thank you for gathering. And Magic 30 is over, as well as most of our goodwill that we had gathered up over the last 30 years. So I want to do a video talking about the whole debacle that is Magic 30. Um, for starters, I don't think I've actually said what my opinion about Magic 30 is, but like I've sprinkled it in here and there. But I just want to be very clear. I don't care about $1,000 booster boxes. I think that's fine. $250 a pack. I love exclusive products. I bought the crap out of Double Masters VIP edition. $100 for one booster pack. I was disappointed that Double Masters 2 just sold a booster box for $275. I was like, that's cheaper. Why would you do that? I want $150 a booster pack with special stuff, including serialized cards. And my reason for this is because I have friends of mine who are big sports card collectors. Like, they tell me that the things that you really they have booster packs that are $1,000 for one booster pack, or $10,000, or $50,000 that you pay for one booster pack. And they tell me that in these you can get as few as one singular card in these booster packs, and you're betting it all on getting that one of one rookie card signed with game played memorabilia in it. And if you don't get that, then you lost all your money. So I don't mind having these exclusive products with very valuable things inside. I mind brushing so close to the reserve list. They drew a line and said, how hard can we press against the reserve list without people getting pissed off about it? So, congratulations, Timmy. You got your reprint. Is it everything you ever wanted? They reprinted the reserve list just for you. And they even did Black Lotus. They did Time Twister for you to play in Commander. They gave you all the dual lands at double the rate. Congratulations. Are you happy? Because I don't think this product was for Timmy either. The people who would be most inclined to buy something like this would be your Timmies, and your Timmies don't want it because they can't afford to fork out $1,000. That's why they've been proxying all these cards for the last 25 years. They don't have the money. If they did, they wouldn't be crying about $200 dual lands. This was not for the investors because you're already $1,000 is what you want to build up to, not where you want to start. And I know one of these is already sold for $1,500 on eBay. I'm sure there have been others that have already sold for about this price. But you're not, after you take into consideration fees and stuff, sell it for $1,500, you get about $200 on your $1,000 investment, which is not bad. Don't get me wrong. As an investor, I aim for 7% a year. Just because I beat that doesn't mean that that's my goal. 7% a year. And your average collector isn't going to want it because it's not tournament playable. For some of you who are a little newer to Magic, I've been playing for 25 years. And over the last 25 years, we've had Collector's Edition, International Collector's Edition, and for the last 20 years, it was common knowledge that these cards were worthless. We had Worlds decks. You could go down and buy a deck that is copied card for card from the decks that got top 8 at Worlds with a Worlds card back and gold borders. And for a long time, if you tried to sell them to a store, they would stick them in the commons. They'd tell you these cards are not worth buying, So we will buy them at bulk common prices. You can never get anything for them. Like you'd pay. Like I remember going down to the coin shop because our LGS didn't actually carry them. They didn't want them. So, but I really wanted the 1998 Brian Selden deck because my first pack had Recurring Nightmare in it. My third pack had Survival of the Fittest. I built Rexer Slivers. As a matter of actually, my friend's brother built Rexer Slivers for me, and I played that deck, God, for 6, 7 years. But I wanted to play with the the world championship winning Brian Selden, 1998 Rexer with Spirit of the Night and Tradewind Rider and what is it? The Orcish Settlers and Uktabi Orangutan. So I went down and I bought one. I had to go to the coin shop that was at the mall where I lived at the time. And you could buy them at the mall for $20. I bought it and I played with it without sleeves because who cares about gold border? No one cared about it. They were bulk cards. So when you tell me $1,000 and we're going to give you a gold backed card, you can keep it because I've been trained for the better part of 30 years that those cards are worth absolutely nothing. So, with that in mind, I don't care about buying this product. I wasn't even tempted. It was just proxies under the bridge. But now, for the people that wanted to buy it, I didn't particularly care. I really wish they wouldn't because I wanted there to be some pushback against printing the reserve list. I wanted them to come out and say, listen, we pushed a little bit too close to the sun, we're sorry. In the future, we will print things with a gold back or a different backing, and we'll bring back the gold borders. But in exchange for doing that, not only do we reiterate we'll not print any reserve list card in a tournament legal fashion again, we will actually expand the reserve list so the rest of you guys can have some reserve list fun as well. That's what I wanted. I wanted someone to come out and be like, okay, every set we're going to pick the home run, and then we're going to pick one of the interesting niche cards that isn't really big name, and we're going to pick it when it rotates out of standard. Every set as it's rotating out, we pick 2 cards from it and put them in reserve list. That way it's out of print already, so people will have had to chase and collect the set. If you give people the incentive, they'll go out and they'll buy a bunch of boxes or buy a bunch of packs or buy a bunch of singles, which will force other people to buy boxes in order to make that complete set so that when the set rotates, they know they have 2 more reserve list cards. People will do that. And I think if they're buying all this product, all this physical product, they're going to want to play. And then you got people playing Standard again. You got people playing Pioneer and Modern. You got people having a blast with actual recently printed sets without having to be like, we have a commander card in there. I think it's a win-win. So, like, for example, with Throne of Eldraine, put Oko on the reserve list. And then pick something niche and interesting, like maybe Fires of Invention. Or, I don't know, the Big Bad Wolf that makes food tokens. Pick one of those. That way you got something that you have no idea what it is. It's an interesting niche card that people like to enjoy, and then something that's obviously the best thing in the set. And you can do that 2 cards for every set, and then new players will have reserve list. People will be less inclined to be upset about the reserve list because they have reserve list cards. And it'll be a fun thing that everyone can enjoy. Win-win. If they did that, I'd be like, go on out there and you buy those $1,000 proxies, buddy. You go and you enjoy it. But instead, let's talk about the debacle. Instead of that, they came out and they were like, what was it? Okay, we're gonna send this stuff to football players and baseball players. Great. The people who can already afford them, let's go ahead and give them some more. You had Heads I Win, Tails You Lose still flapping in the winds, waiting to get shipped out. After it took a year. Mine finally came in, and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm not keeping it sealed. I'm ripping this thing open. I'm sleeving it. This is my commander deck forever. I have 5 color Rexer Slivers as my commander deck. My Sliver Queen deck, Sliver Queen, Sliver Tribal, cost me like $3,500. I will never play it again because I finally got my Heads I Win, Tails You Lose, and I will play that until the day I die because I finally got it. I waited the year. I did what a lot of people didn't do. So we had that going on. We had the debacle of MtG 30 Secret Lair going on where it popped up, site crashed, no one got their shit. Except for me. Apparently, I'm the only person on the planet that, okay, boop, it popped up. All right, click, put it in cart, go to checkout, go to PayPal, punch it through, back out. Here's your confirmation. Have a good day. Apparently, I'm the only one that got to do that. Site crashed after I got my confirmation, but I got through a whole process. I got in at, for us, I'm on the East Coast, so it dropped at noon. I got in at noon, and I was out at precisely 12:06. No issues. But that crashed. A lot of people ordered stuff and didn't get, a lot of people thought that they got their order in, but they didn't. A lot of people got double and triple charged, quadruple charged. A lot of people didn't get charged at all. You're able to order up to 30 of these friggin' things, which, that was wonderful. I heard numbers as low as 35,000 copies. So if you sell 30 per person, you could have like 1,500 people come in with the big bucks and buy out all of them. Like, you want it to be, ooh, look, it's 30th anniversary, it's wacky. Have your options be 1, 2, or 3.0. Congratulations. They had this controversy going on. And at the same time, people were freaking out about the reserve list. You got Rudy coming out to be like, Mark Tumblewater, what is it, Spirit of the Reserve List, and all, like, rah, 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 we hate Mark Rosewater now. Respect. Which, let's be, real quick side note, why the hell is Rudy putting Pro Jared on the spot like that? Pro Jared didn't do anything wrong. He was happy to be there. If you go and watch his video, I will leave a link in the description. Go and watch Pro Jared's video. He did a video talking about how he accidentally stumbled his way into the Pro Tour or Arena Championship. Didn't even realize he did it. He was just like having a good time drafting. They're like, oh, go to this qualifier event on Arena. Okay, why not? And then stumbled his way through the qualifier. It's like, congratulations, you're going to the championship. It's like, really? Oh, I didn't even mean to do that. Okay, cool. Hired a pro to help him learn how to play Constructed because they did Alchemy. And he stumbled his way through that. Good job on him. He was just happy to be there. And Rudy had to call him out like that with that respect video. Oh, whatever. I don't blame Mark Rosewater. I don't even blame WotC for what's going on. WotC is the gay German fetish guy who has been tied up with leather and is getting ridden into the driven snow by some big butch guy that doesn't know their ass from John's. Like, that's their prize pony, and they're milking it to pay for all of their other IPs. They're milking WotC to pay for Monopoly. That's what's dragging them down. They have to pay for all of their other IPs that they can't make a good gold coin off of. But Wizards was making tons of money. So we need Hasbro to double in profits. So all of that's coming out of Magic the Gathering. I don't think this was Mark Rosewater's idea. I don't think that this was WotC's idea. I'm pretty sure that they came out and were probably like, hey, this might be a bad idea. And then some corporate exec shoved his cock down their throat and said, no, you're going to take it like a bitch. That's what I think happened. That's how I think this happened. Now, after the billionaires came in, after all the controversies, after the respect, after the Rudy videos, then Bad Boy Gaming comes out and he's like, look at me, I've chopped one of the packs in half. I've risked it all about chopping up a life lace. Oh no. And I got 3 more packs to open, you guys. This is a horrible product. This is horrible. Don't do what I'm doing. It's like, what are you even talking about? I'm just ripping it open. And I hear he's going to get more. I know he's talking shit to all of his people. People coming on and be like, listen, I think this is a bad stance to take. And he's like, I think it was a bad stance to take your mama last night. The fuck, man? Like, read the fucking room. I don't personally have a big issue with this outside of the reserve list, but I'm not going to go out there and be like, watch me rip it open and suck my balls. Like, fuck. The hell's wrong with you people? And after that, Wizards was like, okay, any of y'all Magic the Gathering people want to open this pack up for fun? You got everyone and their mother like, what is it, Dev from The Place. He came out and he had this great thing where he was trying to wrap his mind around Magic 30. The most upbeat, jovial, happiest Magic the Gathering YouTuber on the platform, who is the most upbeat about, like, okay, I kind of wish Wizards wouldn't do this, but you know what, it's cool, we still got fun things to do. Even he's like, and it was like Christmas morning, and I came down the stairs, and I'm like tiptoeing, trying to be really quiet, you know, where you're just trying to get a sneak peek of your Christmas present, you're trying to get a sneak peek of your Christmas present, poop. There's a giant pile of dog poop in the middle of your floor. That's what this set is. You have Dev talking like that about this. You got MtG, the happiest man in Magic. You've offended him to this point. There's no one in Magic the Gathering that's gonna make this video. Absolutely no one is. No one is going to be like, yeah, rip it open. Why don't you guys go out and spend $1,000 on this trash? So they have to go somewhere else. Where do they go? This Ruxpin guy, who's a Yu-Gi-Oh player, like, go out and rip it open for science. Okay, why not? No, doesn't do any research, doesn't know there's even a controversy going on. Rips it open. Hey guys, go out and buy this. It's really cool. And then has to come out with a video a couple days later like, dude, I didn't know any of this shit. Like, y'all are telling me some craziness. I apologize. I'm never doing business with Wizards of the Coast again. I am sorry. And then you got them going after fucking Leonhardt, which, cool guy. I'm not a big Pokemon person, but I like watching his videos, even though I know nothing about Pokemon, because he makes it entertaining. And WotC's like, hey, we'll give you 10 grand, and then you can shove our crack down your throat. Just go out and shill this shit for us. And he's like, nah, man, I got off drugs 10 years ago. I don't need that. Like, I got my own cardboard crack. I don't need that magic shit. Good for him. He was able to read the room, unlike Bad Boy Gaming over here. Bad Brain Gaming. Let's call him Bad Brain Gaming right now. I mean, you'd figure he would know better after surviving and thriving after the controversy of people saying, you're getting set up, or you're getting rigged repacks. And he had to come out with his apology video. And listen, I bought, have you seen the number of repacks I've bought? I've bought literally thousands of repacks, so you guys don't have to, and I've hit like 4 times. Like, after surviving that controversy, you'd think Bad Boy Gaming would be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I don't stick my dick into this one. Yeah, no, he just want to stick his dick into it. He want to stick his whole head into that pile of shit. Well, that's his decision. Hasbro's stock apparently crashed and is stabilized, from what I understand. It reached a point that everyone was like, okay, you know what, that's so cheap. Like, give us the stock back. And they let it, like, it settled out. At the same time that's settling out, though, apparently I've heard that like Brothers War got caught in the crossfire. This is one of the best sets that I've seen in years. Collector box leaves some stuff to be desired, but it's one of the best sets in years. It's so cool. It's throwbacks. It is a love letter to people who loved antiquities. It's not even, I was scared they're going to be like, oh, because they said, when they first said, hey, we're going to do Brothers War, and we're going to tell it from the point of view of the people. I was expecting them to come out and have people like, these rich elite aristocrats, these very white people, they are fighting each other over their capitalism, and so, like, Urza is evil, and Mishra is evil, and they didn't. They gave it the proper respect. They did do it from the point of view of the people to be like, I just want this war to be over. Which is understandable, because even in the books, the random foot soldier was like, I just want this war to be over. Please let me go home to my family. This is a war that spanned like 40 years and ended with the destruction of a continent that made wastes of a continent. They gave it the proper respect. They gave it real home run cards. You can make Urza tribal. You can now make Urza tribal, and it's viable. You can do artifacts that are viable without being broken. This is a home run set. And instead, because of all this controversy, it got caught in the crossfire, and instead of a home run, it's a ground out to third. You got Dominaria United that, hey, we put legends in these packs. Go out and buy legends. And you know what, just to sweeten the deal? We're going to make this the best set since Dominaria, and we're going to model it after legends. Oh my god! You made another home run set. That you, because of the controversy you guys have been having, you ground it out to third. These are easy, gimme home runs that you're bunting on. And we got new Phyrexia coming up. We're going to finally get Elish Norn. I'm fucking terrified. The foiling process looks amazing. I want the Phyrexian stamped foils. I have Phyrexian tattoos. I have my Sleeper Agent tattoo. It is Infect Green. I will be buying the crap out of that set on principle. And it's going to be a bust of a set. I already know it's going to be a bust of a set, because this kind of controversy doesn't go away overnight. We are about to go into the Dark Ages. And I'm not talking about Kaladesh Dark Ages. I'm talking about Jace the Mind Sculptor or Combo Winter kind of like Dark Ages. I'm talking Lorwyn gets printed at a quarter of the print run because we don't know if it'll sell out after Kamigawa kind of numbers. That's what we're having to work with. That's what we're going to be walking into next year. That's going to be 2023. 2023 is going to be the dark ages of Magic. And if honestly, things are going to get so bad, I hope Hasbro just sells it like it's a product on fire so that someone who's better can pick up that torch and rebuild it correctly. I wanted to spin off so that Johnny Magic could take over. Now, if nothing else, he would at least know. Like he was a world's winning, invitational winning pro who also, after he got out of Magic, because what does he have left to prove? He was already in the Hall of Fame and had stats to do it twice over. Went into finances. So he knows the game side, he knows the collector side, and he knows the finance of the industry. He would have been perfect to run the company, but no. Hasbro is trying to turn Magic the Gathering into fucking Monopoly. And guess what? Monopoly doesn't run your fucking company anymore. Turn Magic into Monopoly, and then you're going to make Monopoly money. And top it all off, people are like, hey, do you plan to slow down the releases? No. Just pick and choose. Buy the ones that were made for you, and don't buy the ones that were not made for you. Are you fucking stupid? Are you fucking insane? No, you fuckers, listen up. This product is for all of your players. The cards are for all of your players. Now, do you want to have you want to make it to where everyone gets what they need? Let's look at how Cryptic's doing it. You can get a complete set of non-foils for $80 shipped today for Cryptic. That's $240 for play sets of every card in non-foil today. You can get foil play sets. I've seen like $300 was offered for a foil play set of the whole set today. And then at the same time, you have white Cryptic foils that are being sold for $150, $200, $250. You have green foils that are being sold for $500, $600, $700, $800, $1,000. And you have one of ones that you will not see sold for a while. You got people who are like, listen, I got $2,500 the best offer. Give me I'll start at $2,500 and meet you halfway. We have that in Cryptic. So now you got cheap play sets for your players. You have more expensive complete sets for your collectors. You have the big hitters for your investors. You actually made everyone happy with one set. I just wish it was not Summer Magic for the new fucking age. Like, that is my only problem with Cryptic, was that the printer fucked it up. Not Tanner, not the people who worked on the set. The printer fucked it up, probably because they were in a rush. Last November was when Cryptic was come up with as an idea. The Kickstarter started in April, and it's November, and we have all gotten our Kickstarter stuff. People are selling, ripping, tearing. It's literally 1 year after the inception of, the idea was flashed that we have the set in our hands. So I will be very forgiving. And besides, Summer Magic was very charming in how messed up it was. And it's the same with this. It's very charming with how many misprints, miscuts, misaligned, weird printing errors. It's actually is very endearing. So I don't even mind that. Wizards could do something like that. They could make sets to where you want non-foils, so you can just play the game. Sure, everything will be like $25 or less. You want it while they're in print, and then once they're out of print, then best of luck to you. Go fuck yourself. You want to be a collector? Well, we got these super chase things that are like you can build a whole set. Like it's feasible to put a whole set together. And then we have these insane chase things that you're never going to get a full set. But maybe you get one or two of each, so that you got like that. And then we have our serialized. Like you will have at best one or two of these, period, in your lifetime. You could do that. You could do that, and keep it to where there's value for everybody. First off, you got to get rid of the collector's packs. You got to get set packs. Sure, why not? I mean, keep your set packs. Make it to where you can either buy draft packs for like, I don't know, WotC set the price at like $90 to $100 for draft packs and $100 to $110 for set packs. Congratulations, that's all of our shit. We've shoved all of our stuff in there. They could do something like this to win the goodwill back. Apologize. Say, listen, we're sorry, we're releasing all of this shit. We're going to cut down secret layers to one annual release and then a semi-annual release of smaller event packages. So you'll have like your summer super drop, and then in February you have like your like the Valentine's Day, but like one box, or Women's Day or Arbor Day. Do it. Hey WotC, here's a free idea. Do Arbor Day. Do happy fucking Arbor Day and give us a play set of Dryad Arbor and weird ass arts. There you go. You're welcome. You could do that. One of those in the beginning of the year, in the late winter and spring, do a summer drop, and then do a fall, early winter drop. So you got 3 releases a year, 1 major one, 2 minor ones. You could do this. It's not a big deal. Sure, it cuts down on your revenue a bit, but people are being bled dry. Your revenue is about to be 0. On top of that, cut it down to 4. You know what? I'll be generous. 5 standard releases a year. Cut it down to 5 standard releases a year. That way you have 5 streamlined products for people to buy into. Do draft and set boxes, cut out collectors, make you know what? Hashtag dual brain, make foils great again. That's all you got. Like, cutting out collectors packs alone would be a huge boon. Because then you'd have 2 options. Do you want to play the game in limited, or do you want to play the game in constructed? Are you trying to collect the set? Are you trying to get all the? Do you want pure value? Like, that would go a long way to doing what you're trying to do with Magic. And cut yourself down to 1 alternative release set. The way it used to be, I remember back in the day, was you'd release a master set, or you would release a conspiracy set, or a plane shift bundle. You'd do one big product to be like, hey, this isn't standard, this is out of the norm, here you go. Do 1 of those sets a year. Just 1. People will buy it until it is gone. Hell, put on your limited print run, because it's obvious what WotC really cares about is having that exclusivity feel. This feels exclusive. I got a basic land that is in alternate art, foil, full art, with drops of virgin blood from Indian monks in it. You can do that in your limited print run sets. You can have your high exclusivity there. Do it once a year. Print out your lower print run. Let them dry up overnight like it was fucking Time Spiral remastered. And you can put that at any fucking price, and we're not going to care because it's only one a year, and we'll be like, oh, that's for the collectors. And I can just buy like one set to draft once, and it's in between some standard sets. Hell, release it with a standard set. It might hurt that standard set, but then people will be able to choose. Do I want the big expensive pack, or do I want the standard pack? There's so many different things you could do that would keep people happy. But instead, I've bought every secret layer because I learned early on when I tried to be choosy and be like, I think this will be the good one. I think this will be the good one. I would miss the good ones because I'd be like, there's no way Godzilla lands are going to be the one to get. Fuck. There's no way that the snow lands are. Oh god. There's no way that. Was it LOL kitties or OMG kitties or emoji squid face kitties is going to be the. Oh, what do you know? So I learned a long time ago, secret layer comes out, chuck your money at it, you're going to get double back when it gets to you. And this last time, I said no. I didn't buy it. I bought one box of Brothers War. One. To open up for you guys. I have opened that box and I have it recorded. I'm going to put it out soon. But I had one box. That was it. And if I didn't have a YouTube channel, I would have skipped it entirely. They lost that secret layer purchase every single time from me. Because I can't do it. I mean, the least they could have done was for us poor people that waited on Magic 30 for this long, or waited on our heads I win, tails you lose, is toss a pack of Magic 30 in there. You'd have had a ton of people open those packs. You'd have had so many people open up those packs and been like, you know what, Wizards actually does care about us. Instead, we got a bonus card that was a fucking island that had a pirate skeleton reaching for a coin. That was our big, hey, you're welcome. I didn't say thank you, bastards. Am I gonna quit? No. I'm way too deep in now. I'll be riding this ship right into the deep end. I'm going down with the ship. And if you're watching someone like me, then be honest with yourself. You're going to be riding that boat right to the bottom of the Marianas Trench, aren't you? Be honest with yourself. You might take a break. And even if you sell out your collection, one day you're going to get that itch and you're going to come back. So don't sell your stuff. Don't go running. But anticipate another Kamigawa Lorwyn kind of rough patch. Expect it to be rough for a while. Because no one wants to play Magic right now. Standard's dead. We took out the pre-cons, the starter decks, that if you've never played before, you'd buy it with a Planeswalker on the front. Or before that, with a big bomby rare that'd make the Timmies excited. I want to do cool stuff like this. I want to do cool stuff like this. Let me do this cool stuff. And we can't because you took them away and gave us more Commander products. More Commander, more Commander. All we have are Commander players. And guess what? If a person plays Commander, they're going to buy one copy of the card. They're going to crack open that one pack. Oh, cool, I got Shield Dread. You know what? That goes in my deck. I don't need to buy anymore. I'm done. You've made it to where you're forcing yourself to one-up yourself in Standard, which is killed Standard. You've alienated all of your other formats by chasing that Commander high. You've pushed everyone towards Commander, which they only really got into in 2020 because there wasn't a pro scene. You weren't going to your LGS anymore. You were playing with like 4 of your friends with masks on and spraying Lysol on your reserve list cards because you were scared to touch the same cards as the person sitting to your left. That's why Commander got big. Because there wasn't a tournament scene. And the tournament scene was dying beforehand because you guys wanted to kill it. You wanted to kill the paper scene and chase that esports dream. This is Magic the Gathering, not fucking Warcraft, okay? This isn't StarCraft. You're not going to have Destiny out here and play, oh, look at me, I'm playing Arena. I'm going to build a team, guys. Me and my team, we're going out to Las Vegas to play in the Arena Championship. Watch me play it live on stream. Isn't it really cool to see me tap the fucking lands? No. Your draw was, look at us. We're a card game that is chess on crack that works 60% of the time, and the other 40% of the time, this game doesn't even function well. And you're still going to play it because it is so unique. And it will give you such highs that you've never experienced before. It'll give you lows that you're going to have to go to therapy for. But it will make you feel something. I don't feel anything anymore. We need to give up on chasing this Commander high. We need to give up on trying to double the profits every single fucking quarter. This is Magic the Gathering. This isn't Wolf of Wall Street. You saw some LGSs actually making some money, and you wanted in on that cash. You wanted to push out the middleman. Congratulations, LGSs are dying. LGSs are skipping Magic product to buy Flesh and Blood? Are you high? How did you let a game like Flesh and Blood beat you? MetaZoo got huge because people said, why the fuck not? Magic's driving itself into the ground. You allowed MetaZoo to come up and kick you in the balls. You started chasing Weiss Schwartz's foiling stuff, and you start chasing Weiss Schwartz doing, hey, look, we have crossovers with every single set. We don't even make our own sets anymore. We just do Weiss Schwartz Fairy Tale, Weiss Schwartz Data Bullet, Weiss Schwartz Attack on Titan. Who fucking cares? It's Weiss Schwartz. And you're like, we want that money. We want to take their money. We're going to do Universes Beyond, which I'm fine with. Slap it into Secret Lair. Oh, wait, you can't do that because the community base is upset about that. But I don't... Do the weird, wacky alternative arts in your Secret Lairs. You want to do your crossovers? Fine. Make it like the Godzilla stuff. No one was upset about the Godzilla stuff except for the Godzilla Space Corona, which you guys had... WotC had no idea we were going to be attacked by a global pandemic that happened to be the coronavirus from 2019, COVID-19. No one had any idea this was about to happen. So I can't even blame them for having Godzilla Space Corona in the set in, was it March or April? Or was it May or June? Where, like, 2 or 3 months later, that set was done a year ago, 2 years ago. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm not even holding them account for that. That was just a funny meme. We need to cut down on these Commander products. We need to bring people back into Standard. We need to have an easy entryway into Pioneer, which, you know what? I commend Wizards for doing the Pioneer tournament decks. These are the decks we think will be good in 6 months or 9 months, however long it takes for them to print it. And so we made it. Congratulations. It's cool. I like it. You can do that for Modern. You did it before with $100 decks as an easy entryway into Modern with Orzhov Spirits. And that was cool. And it was awesome. And it didn't sell because people were like, oh no, $100 precon, why would I do that? And isn't it selling for like $200 or $300-$400 now because it actually is a really good deck? Do that. Be like, okay, in a year from now, like this is what won today. We're gonna make the top 4 decks, and in a year we're gonna send them out in $100 precons. There's your money. There are all these things you could do, but no. You had to go out and you had to sell the $1,000 booster box with reserved lists inside of it because you wanted to be flashy and you wanted to sell exclusivity. And now people who are working at fucking Pizza Hut are going to go out and take out house loans for $140,000, however much it is, to get one Black Lotus. I heard it's like one in every 140 packs. One in every 140 packs you get a Black Lotus, so now you got your exclusivity. If there's 140,000 packs, that means there'll be 1,000 copies. And I don't think there's 140,000 packs. I think it's less. So there are going to be less than 1,000 of these Black Lotuses. And people think that you didn't even sell out of it, but we all know you did. We all know that this thing sold out in 35 minutes because you had people like MtG Lion and Vintage MtG coming out here, and you're saying, oh, look, what is it? This is the best product. It's going to be a legendary product. People are going to be talking about it for the next 30 years, and it's going to bring people into Magic. No, the fuck it's not. Obviously. It's driven people away from Magic. It's going to go down as the next Chronicles. This will be the set that we joke about for the next 25, 30 years. We talk about how bad it was. We talk about how it almost killed Magic. But guess what? You already have a reserved list. So what are you going to do? You can't make a reserve list to dig out of this ditch. Fuck. I'm pretty sure, as I said, I think WotC. I'm not even blaming WotC. I think Hasbro. I talked to at my company our CFO, and as we were talking about money and such, and talking about bonds and stocks and her retirement plan, I talked to her about Magic, and I told her what it was, and it was a part of Hasbro, and what they were doing, and print runs going out of control to the point that there's extra lying around, and how all the different products are coming out with all at once. And she told me it sounds like Hasbro is trying to use the market plan that they used for Monopoly that made Monopoly so successful and put it into Magic the Gathering. They're trying to not even realizing. I'm not even going to say that they're intentionally doing it. If you ask a dog to make a 5-star meal, he's going to give you a bone. You ask Hasbro to make the most successful game in the world, and they will give you Monopoly 10 times out of 10, because that's what's made them money for 100 fucking years. That's what's made them money since the 1930s. Fuck. Oh. Congratulations. Magic is monopoly, and we pay for it in monopoly money. And now WotC's using this as an excuse to start shutting down proxies, going online and giving cease and desist letters to proxy printers. Are you kidding me? This is a shit show. But it's not the end of Magic yet. A lot of people are saying this is the end, it's the end of days, it's over, Magic's dead. It's not dead. This did sell out. Yes, it sold out in 35 minutes. I guarantee you MtG Lion is sitting over there with that giant, what is it? That giant wedge dildo that he shoved way up his ass to remind him of the person he shit on the hardest, and has probably 30% of all of the Magic 30th Anniversary Editions printed. He's probably sitting on like 30% of them right the fuck now. Well, at least confirmation emails for 30% of them. I guarantee you, while he sits and spins on that wedge dildo, that he's got that. You know, at least vintage MTG has an excuse. He likes throwing money at big and expensive things. He's like a kid chasing around keys. He's like worse than that, he's a dog chasing the car down the road. Like, it's just what he does. And you know what? For that matter, it's a bad decision. It's just what MtG Lion does. Remember, MtG Lion, sell all your reserve list. They're going to zero. It's 2020, and Magic is worthless now. Sell all your reserve list. It'll never get any better than it is right now. And then 2021 hit, and he looked like a fucking dumbass. And in 2024, that's going to land, and we're going to realize just how fucking stupid he is again. I've been rambling for a while. I've been needing to get all this off my chest. Like, it's been driving me absolutely batshit insane. I know I sound like a crazy person. I'm sitting out here enjoying the rainfall and an ice cold beer because I went and worked for a living. Came home and just had to vent. And thank you, friends, for being here for my therapy session. Go to the comments below for your own therapy session. Join us in our collective therapy session from the Magic 30th Anniversary Trash Fire trauma. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I will, as I said, I'm not getting away from Magic. If you don't want to go out and buy anymore, I understand. Sit at home and play your Commander deck with your friends. Play your Legacy with the like 3 Legacy players in your state. Go play Modern on MTGO. Come back and watch me open up stupid shit and act like a dumbass. As soon as we hit 50 subs, I'm going to start streaming Arena. So you can watch me play poorly and be glad that you're not putting yourself through the headache of spending the money to get the cards to play on that trash fire of a format, or that trash fire of a platform. And I'm going to be doing Cryptic. I'm going all in on Cryptic. Wave 2 comes in. I'm getting a complete set. I'm getting that blue Cryptic. That blue Cryptic text. I want it. I'm getting it. If you want to follow me on my journey, like, comment, subscribe, share to your friends. Tell them to come listen to the old man screaming at shadows. I know that at this point, I'm the boomer screaming, "Get off my lawn." But I'm still going to do it. And I hope you've been entertained enough by this to join me on the rest of my journey as I try to learn how to make a video under an hour long. Until next time, I'm Rukak. This is JM Day Warehouse, and I cannot wait to see you in the next one.